Hello everyone, you are listening to Komal Taya and welcome back to the channel. So, guys, today we are in the last video, you know that we talked about some superposition principle, right? And that was very important. The theory is very important because then only you can know that how to attempt question and like that, right? So, in today's video, I'm going to discuss this questions based on that, the previous year questions based on that. So, without delaying, let's dive into our video, right? So, guys, our first question is this June 2013 question, right? June 2013 question it is, and according to it, the wave function of certain system is the linear combination. This is given, guys. Basically, this is the important information which is given. This wave function is equal to 1 by 4, this phi 1 plus 3 by 4 phi 2. So it is asked that what is the probability that system energy will be observed to be even. So it is asked, guys, that this what is the probability that system energy will be observed to be even. To even means energy corresponding to first state. Fine, the first state, clear. So you need to find the probability corresponding to first state, clear, guys, because then only it can be even. Basically you need to find the probability of first state, and you know that probability of first state, the formula is it does not have I. If it does not have I, so you will write it is C1 square. You know that is the formula, that is C1 square. But I told you one thing that before that you need to check whether it is satisfying this condition or not. C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1. Guys, remember that you need to check this condition, then only you will go to this. So let me just go to the solution directly so that you can get to know that what is the answer and how to solve it, clear. So guys, this is the question, this is the basically the wave function which is given, that this psi is equal to this root 1 by 4 phi 1 plus root 3 by 4 phi 2. I'm sorry, guys, in that question it is root, and I forgot to write the root over there, clear. So it is root over there. So it is asked that in the question what is P1. P1 would be C1 square. But I told you one thing, that you need to find first of all that C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1 or not. This is the condition, guys. New people also who have come to my video first time. So you need to check whether this condition is satisfied or not. If it is not satisfied, if it is not equal to 1, this C1 square, this is C1, guys. This is C1 and this is C2. Clear? This C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1 or not. If it is not equal to 1, then it should be number other than 1. Then I'll be telling you in the another example that how to do such type of question when that is not equal to 1, clear. But here we'll check that whether it is coming equal to 1 or not. So let's see. So I will take C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1 or not. So what I'll do, C1 square is root 1 by 4 square plus C2 square is root 3 by 4 square, clear. So now I'll say this 1 by root 4 square, it will become 1 by 4, and root 3 by 4, that will become 3 by 4, and it would be equal to 4 by 4, clear, and it would be equal to 1. Guys, clear? So it would be 1, so that is 1, so this condition is satisfied. Now I can go to this formula, that P1 is equal to C1 square. In every question you need to find first this is the first step, and this is the second step, that whatever it is asked in the question, then you will find that, clear. So it is P1 is equal to C1 square, clear. So now that your C1 is this one, 1 by root 4, 1 by root 4 square will become 1 by 4, clear, guys. So your answer is 1 by 4, and you can see how easy it is. So let's go into the next question, clear. So next question is, guys, it is TFR 2011 question. So let's see what this question is telling us and how this question is different from the another one, clear. So let's read the statement first. So the statement is, the 17th question I'm talking about, it is TFR 2011 question, you can see, clear. So this question is saying that An electronic state of a hydrogen atom is prepared to be a superposition energy of the eigenstate of hydrogen atom, and for which the normalized wave function is written as like this. So guys, this is the wave function and it is the linear combination of some orbitals, clear, and these are the coefficient. Basically you need to focus over this. Can you see, like, so many things are written over here and you get scared after seeing just at the question that how lengthy it is, but you will be seeing that it is so easy questions, guys. They are so easy that you will never even think of like unattempting that. Fine, so you'll always go for attempting them, and they are so easy. I'll be telling you how to solve these questions, clear. So these are very easy, and only this wave function. And one more thing, that how to identify that it is from superposition principle. Whenever, guys, this wave function will be written as the sum, can you see, will be written as the sum of different wave function. Here also it is overall wave function which is normalized. It is given that it is normalized, fine. And guys, they will be linear combination of some wave function, clear. So it is written 1s, 2s and 3s, and these are the coefficient. You can tell me that this is c1 and this is c2 and this is c3, clear. And it is written that 1s, 2s and 3s are the exact energy eigenstate of the hydrogen atom, and c3s is a constant, clear. So what would be the average value of energy associated with this phi? So guys, you need to tell only this average energy in atomic unit, and you know what is the formula of that. You will write P1 and E1, clear, plus P2. E1 means energy corresponding to 1s state, P2 energy corresponding to 2s state, plus P3 energy corresponding to 3s state, clear. So this is the formula, and I told you that before proceeding for this one, before this, you need to see whether C1 square plus C2 square and C3 square is equal to 1 or not. But here it is already mentioned that it is normalized, so you'll consider that it is equal to 1, and then you will put every value, and you can see here the C3s value is not given. So now by putting it equal to 1, you can find the value of C3. So let me just go to that direct solution, and then the things will be very clear to you, clear. So guys, this is given in the question that this is the case that this 17 question was there, and this was the thing that phi is equal to 1 by root 2 1s plus 1 by root 4 2s plus c3s and then c3s. So we all know that this phi is normalized, clear, this phi is normalized. So what I'll do, I'll take the square, this one c1 square plus c2 square plus c3 square is equal to 1, clear. That's what I'll write it like that. So when I'll make c1 square, it will become 1 by 2, like 1 by root 2 square will become, wait, let me write over here, it will become 1 by root 2 square plus 1 by root 4 square, clear, plus c3 square, it would be equal to 1, clear. So this 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4, so this 1 by root 2 square will become 1 by 2, and 1 by root 4 will become 1 by 4, and this will become c3s only. It will be c3s square is equal to 1, clear. So now you can find the value of c3s square, that would be 1 minus, so when you will add it up, it will become 3 by 4, clear. So it will become 1 minus 3 by 4, which will become 1 by 4, clear. So when you will be putting c3s, it will become under root of 1 by 4, clear. So I got the value of c3s, and it was asked that what is the average value, what is the average value of this one, average value. So I told you this will be the formula, this is written that it will be the formula, this probability of 1s state into energy of 1s state, clear, plus probability of 2s state into energy of 2s state plus probability of 3s state into energy of 3s state. That is the formula. So we'll find individual everything, that what is E1s, E2s, E3s, and we'll found also P1s, P2s and P3s, clear. So let's see what is P1s. So you know this E1s, clear. So I told you that the energy formula for hydrogen atom in atomic unit, and also it was mentioned in the question, guys. You need to find the energy value in atomic units, clear. In atomic units, you need to find the value of energy, clear. So the energy value in atomic units for hydrogen atom, that is equal to minus 0.5 z square by n square. Clear? So if it is 1s orbital, so z, you know that z for hydrogen atom is 1, z for hydrogen atom, z for h is 1. Clear? So that will become 0.5 into 1. Can you write over here this? It is minus 0.5, and z square means 1 square divided by 1. N means divided by n means n is 1, you know that here it is n, so it would be 1 square and it will become minus 0.5. So that's what I wrote, minus 0.5. Similarly, I'll do for 2s. You know that for 2s it would be minus 0.5 only into z square, that would be 1 square, divided by n square. N square means what is n here, which is 2 square. So I will write 2 square directly. Fine guys, I'm just writing whatever according to the formulas. So energy of 3s orbital, that will become minus 0.5 into 1 square divided by n square, because this is the formula. I'm writing it over the values over here. So here n is 3, so I will write 3 square. Clear? So let's see more thing, that what will happen ahead in this question. Clear? So guys, can you tell me one more thing? Let me tell you that the probability will be what? The probability of 1s. Let me write over here that the probability of 1s, it would be, you know that C1 is C1 square, that would be C1 square, and you know that C1 square will be 1 by 2. Clear? Probability of 2s will be C2 square, that would be C2 square, and that would be 1 by 4. Clear? And the probability of 3s, that would be C3s square. Clear? That would be 1 by root 4 square. You know that C3s value is 1 by root 4. So that would be 1 by 4. Clear? So let's see more things. Clear? What will happen? So let me just put the values. I just need to put the values over here, that what is, I have calculated everything, P1s and E1s. I'll multiply them and I'll put the value. When I'll put the value over here, I will get like this, half into minus 0.5 plus 1 by 4 into minus 0.5 by 4 plus 1 by 4. I just simply put the value here and you will get the answer like this. Clear? You will put the value of P1s, which is 1 by 2, into E1s, which is this E1s. Clear? And then you will put P2s, which is this one, P2s, and then you will multiply with E2s. Clear? E2s is this one, and then you will multiply, plus then you will add it to P3s, which is 1 by 4, and you will multiply it with E3s, and then you will get the answer. Can you see guys how easy it is? Just one condition, C1 square plus C2 square plus C3 square is equal to 1, and then you know that how to find the energy or any value, that would be probability into energy plus probability into energy of second orbital plus probability of third orbital and energy of third orbital. So can you see how easy it is, how easy question it is? So let's go ahead to the next question. So let's see what next question has in its pocket with us. Clear? So let's see what is there. So this question is December 2015 question, guys, and this question is also important. Yeah, this question is important only. So yeah, let me just rub it first and then we'll read out its statement. Yeah, so it is a normalized state phi is constructed as a linear combination of ground state psi naught. So guys, it is normalized state phi. A phi is there and it is constructed, and it is made, constructed means made, as a linear combination of the ground state psi naught. Clear? I'm writing according to the statement, and first excited state. So first excited state, it is psi 1. Clear? Of some harmonic oscillator. So guys, now it is question of simple harmonic oscillator. Oscillator is there, SHO. Clear? So psi naught plus psi 1. Clear? And with energies 1 by 2 and 3 by 2 units. So energy of this one, E0 is 1 by 2 unit, and energy of first excited state is 3 by 2. I also want to tell you guys, for ground state in simple harmonic oscillator, always in harmonic oscillator, the ground state is n is equal to 0, but it is in simple harmonic oscillator. But in particle in 1D box and this hydrogen atom, n is equal to 1 for ground state. Always remember that. Fine, otherwise you can do mistakes here. Clear? So already they have written that psi naught is energy corresponding to 0 state, that means n is equal to 0. So it is given that energy E0 is 1 by 2 and E1 is 3 by 2. Clear? So it is also mentioned that if the average energy of the state phi is 7 by 6. So guys, this average energy is already given, that is 7 by 6. Clear? So you need to find the probability of finding psi naught in phi will be. So you need to find this probability of finding psi naught in phi. So you need to find the probability here. So that would be the probability here, that would be, that would be P naught would be, so that would be C naught square. Clear? That would be C naught square, or let's find it according to our equation. Clear? So let's see, this question is little bit different and I'll be telling you how to solve this question. Clear guys? So let's solve it. So this question is important guys, this question is important. You can expect such type of questions in the exam. So let's see. So this is 19th question. Suppose guys this was phi and it was given that it was psi naught plus this one psi 1. So they have not mentioned the coefficient, so I'll take it according to my wish. Clear? So guys, you know that the energies are also given. E0 is 1/2 and E1 is 3/2, and the average value of energy is also given, that is 7/6. And you know the average value of energy is this P naught. If I write according to this equation, that would be P naught and E naught plus P1 into E1. Clear? So this is given, which is 7/6. Clear? And this P naught I don't know, I need to find that what is P naught. Clear? So this P naught I don't know, and this E naught I know because that was given, so I can put it is 1/2 plus P1 into, you know that what is 3/2, that was also given. So guys, if I need to find, tell me, if I need to find this P naught, so what I'll do, if I need to find this P naught, I will try to convert this P1 into P naught somehow, because if I need to find this P naught, I need to convert this whole equation in terms of P naught. This whole equation should be in terms of P naught, then only I can find that what is value of P naught. So that means I need to convert this P1 into P naught. Clear? How can I convert it? So I don't have any information given apart from these things. Clear? So what can I do? So do you know that the probability, you know that the total probability will always be 1. You know that, you must be knowing that the total probability will always be 1. So that means P naught plus P1 will always be 1, because you know that the total probability will always be 1. That means the probability of finding the particle in these two states will be 1. That means that is definite. Clear? So that would be 1. So you should always know that P naught plus overall the total probabilities will be 1. Always remember that. So if I need to find P1, that would be 1 minus P naught. Clear? So what if I put 1 minus P naught over here? So what if I put 1 by P naught over here, and it will become like this. If I put 1 by P naught over here, so it will become like this. Clear? So it will become 7/6 is equal to P naught by 2 plus 1 minus P naught 3/2, and it will become 7/6 is equal to P naught by 2, and when we'll solve it, it will become minus 3 P naught by 2 plus 3/2. When we'll multiply it, simply we are multiplying it here, and then I'll get 7/6 is equal to, so when we'll subtract it, it will become minus 2 P naught by 2 plus 3/2. Clear? So when I'll take 7/6 minus 3/2, and it will take this to the right hand side. So when I'll solve it, so I will get P naught is equal to 2/6, that would be 1/3. Clear? So in exam, if it was also asked, so you got the value of P naught. So even if it was asked that what is the value of P1, you can easily calculate. That is 1 minus P naught. 1 minus P naught means 1 minus 1/3. So that would be 2/3. Now along with P naught, you also know the value of P1. So although that was not asked, but if examiner want to ask, so he can ask the P1 value also. So let's move to the next question, which is last question for this video. Clear? But we'll discuss more question in the next video. So this is the last question, and this is very good question, guys. This is June 2018 question. So this is the recent question, you can see. Fine. So according to it, this is the wave function that phi is equal to psi 1 plus 3 phi 2. So only thing is that you need to find the average energy. And you know the average energy formula is P1 E1 plus P2 E2. Clear? So guys, look, for these type of question, what you have tendency, because in exam you have so much pressure that you forget the basic things. So what you will do, that I'm telling you the tendency, that what you will do, you will put the formula, you know that P1 is C1 square. Clear? And P2 is C2 square E2, and you know here this is C1. this one is C1 and this 3 is C2. Clear? So you will put the value that C1 square is 1 square, so 1 square even, that would be E1 plus, and that will become C2 square. So C2 square will become this 3 square means 9, and that will become E2. Clear? So you will write this answer, but this is wrong, guys. You can see that it is not matching with any of the options. Can you see any option? You can see these option and this answer is not matching. That means you did some mistake, you committed, either you skipped something, either you calculated something wrong. Anything can be there, any possibility can be there. So what you'll do guys, that now you remember this, guys, that I told you one thing regarding all the questions of superposition, that before proceeding, it is, no matter what is asked in the answer, you will try to satisfy one condition, that was C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1. Clear? So let's see in the solution that how to solve this question. Clear? How to solve this question. So guys, this is the solution of this question. Clear? So this is the wave function, that it is psi1 plus 3 phi 2, and you need to find the C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1 or not. Clear? You need to find the C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1 or not. Clear? So what I'll do now, that I'll put C1 square plus C2 square. I'll try to put its value. If it is coming 1, then it's well and good, we'll proceed. But if it is not equal to 1, then I'll change the wave function. So let's see how we'll change the wave function. So because our wave function should be normalized, so if it is not coming equal to 1, that means our wave function is not normalized. Clear? So this C1 square plus C2 square is equal to 1. You know that C1 is 1. C1 is 1 because the thing before psi1, that would be 1. The coefficient before psi2, that is C2. Clear? The C2 is 3. So it will become 1 square plus 3 square. So it will become 1 plus 9. 1 plus 9, that will become 10. Clear? That will become 10, and that is not equal to 1. So I told you guys, what you will do, if any number is there apart from 1, you will take it inverse. So I got 10. I'll take its inverse, then I'll take the under root. I'll take it inverse, then I'll take the under root, then I'll multiply it with it, the wave function, and then I'll get the new wave function because it was not equal to 1. Clear? So I have to normalize it. I can normalize it by taking that number, whatever number I was getting apart from 1, I'll take that number, I'll take the inverse of that, I'll take the under root of that, and then I'll multiply it with it. So I'll get this thing. You can see the new wave function is becoming like this, that phi is equal to, when I multiplied 1 by root 10, so it will become 1 by root 10 psi 1 plus 3 by root 10 psi 2. Clear? So you know that what you need to find, the energy. You know that energy you need to find by like this formula, that it is P1 E1 plus P2 E2. Clear? So you know that what is P1. So now your new P1. So don't calculate P1 from here. That would be wrong. Your new wave function is this. So calculate P1, this C1 square. So you know that C1 is this now, and C2 is this. So your this C1 would be 1 by root 10 square. So you will write 1 by 10 value, because 1 by root 10 square will become 1 by 10. And then you will find P2. That would be 3 by root 10 square. That will become 9 by 10. Clear? So now I can put these values into our energy formula. So that would be P1 E1 plus P2 E2. So P1 is 1 by 10. So I have put 1 by 10 into E1 plus, then I'll put P2. So P2 is 9 by 10. So I'll put 9 by 10, this one 9 by 10 into E2. Clear? So I'll get this. Can you see it is E1 by 10? This one I'm writing over here. It got E1 by 10 plus it got 9 by 10 E2. So can I write like this, that it is E1 plus 9 E2 by 10. So that is the answer, guys. You will get this answer in the option. So that is the right answer. Clear, guys? So guys, that's it for today. So I think we discussed 4 to 5 questions. Clear? So they were very important. If you do question like that, then like I believe that you can solve every question of superposition principle. In next class also we are going to discuss this questions, these all questions only, like the superposition principle based questions. So guys, don't skip these questions, these are very important questions, and these whatever I'm going to teach from now on, that is very very important. So don't miss any lecture. Clear? So I'm not saying that because they are my lectures, I'm telling you because they are very important from examination point of view, and you know that quantum is very much favorite of examiners. Clear? So guys, also if you have any doubt, anything, you can drop your comment in the comment section. Feel free to use that comment section. Clear? Also guys, if you have any query, if I'm not if you have any query, you can send me message on Instagram also. So you'll find the link somewhere here. Clear? So that is Komal_fire, KOMAL_fire. So you can find me there. Also the link is in description box also. Clear guys? So I'll see all of you in the next one, and next class I'll discuss this previous year questions. Clear? So that's it for today, and bye bye, and keep smiling.